everybody, it's Dr. Bean Elizabeth here, wishing you a happy spring day. We are going to party in a trapped in tech brain, but we're going to untrap the tech brain. How's that? So, ChiroSecure, thank you again for this awesome opportunity to share with the world the beautiful message of chiropractic and what we can offer those little fiddle farts out there to lead a healthier, more constructive life. So, Elizabeth, time for a nap. No technology. You hear that? No technology. So, what are we going to talk about today? First of all, there was a study that just came out in JAMA Pediatrics talking about technology. And this is something I think we really need to understand in order to help educate our practice members and our communities a little bit more wisely on some choices. So, first off, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, little fiddle farts from 18 months or younger should not be involved in screen time at all. And that includes TV. Okay, so when we're talking about screen time, we're talking about digital devices and television. Unless they say, with the American Academy of Pediatrics, they say unless it's like FaceTime or Zoom or something like that with relatives out of town, that is that connection is more advisable than negating them or not allowing them to have that experience. So no technology under the age of 18. Now, the thing is, most little kiddos between the ages of 6 and 18 months are getting 2 to 3 hours of screen time a day. And of course, that includes television. But this study that came out is a wee bit or a lot of bit alarming. It's not that we didn't know this, it's that we are now seeing the effects of screen time, not just on the little fiddle farts at 12, 18, 24 months, but the long-term effects to the age of 9 years old and how it's affecting them in school. So let's visit that a little bit, and then we'll throw in a couple things. But then I want to leave you with some really fun considerations to untrap your practice members that are trapped in tech brain. That's a mouthful. Okay, so the study that just came out, they looked at little kiddos between the ages of 12 and 18 months. They found a dose-dependent exposure at 12 months. So the more time they spent on technology at 12 months, the more struggles they had with executive functioning at the age of 9. Now, it's interesting because the study was done out of Singapore, where traditionally little ones have less access to technology devices, games and such. And they primarily were getting their hits, their exposure via television. One of the limitations of this study was they didn't gather information of what kind of technology that child was exposed to in a given day. So what device they were on, okay? So that is one limitation of the study. But what they did find is they did EEGs at 18 months and at 9 years of age. And they found that the more time that that child had exposure to technology at the age of 12 months, the more deficit in areas of the brain that are involved in executive functioning, which is pretty alarming because remember, executive functioning, that's the CEO of the brain, right? That is our impulse control, our self-modulation and self-regulation, being reasonable, being rational. That is part of the brain that's so critical for mental health disorders, which are seen skyrocketing around the world, especially in the United States. It's the area that's going to be in charge of bringing on the anti-inflammatory arm of the vagus nerve. So there's a lot of things we need to think about here. So essentially what they're finding is that the term out there is video deficit. What happens is on technology, we are being exposed to a two-dimensional image, two-dimensional information coming into the brain, where especially in the early years, the first 1,000 days of life, that's fetal development, the first 2 years postnatally, brains need three-dimensional live experiences in order to foster proper sensory input to the brain and proper sensory input and integration in the prefrontal cortex. So what happens is in a two-dimensional screen, you're getting information deficit, i.e. they're calling it video deficit, where that sensory input coming in essentially is getting stuck in the brainstem. And that's another reason we're seeing so many little fiddle farts and older kiddos having continual active primitive reflexes, because that sensory input's coming in and it's firing up in the brainstem, but it's not being modulated by higher areas of the brain, one being our executive functioning control, our prefrontal cortex. And so we are staying in this primitive defense strategy mode part of our brain. And this is prolonged. Again, they saw it up to 9 years of age and how it interfered with school-aged children. So that's not a great thing to understand, to know. A couple other studies, what they found, one was out of Vanderbilt in 2019, and it was really interesting. They gave kiddos, some were 24, they had two groups of kiddos. One was 24 months, one was 30 months. And they gave them this toy, this weird shaped object, and they named it a Modi. Okay. So it was something the kids were never exposed to before. And they broke them up into groups. And essentially what they found is with the group, the 24-month-old group, there's four ways they could learn about this toy and the name of the toy as a Modi. Okay. Was either live, interactive with a person, live, not interactive, or what they call unresponsive, where the moderator would be in the room with them, but not engage with the child, but they would be live with the object and the person in the room. Then the other two forms were via technology, via video, and responsive, where that moderator would engage with the child, or on the screen, and unresponsive, the moderator stood there just kind of blank faced and wouldn't engage with the child. Okay, so they could either be live and interactive with the person, live and not interactive with the person, via video and interactive with the person and the object, this toy, or on video and not interactive. Those are our four choices. What they found was the younger group, the 24-month-olds, were able to learn the name of the toy and respond to it in a live interactive paradigm. The brain needs an experience-dependent live 3D interaction at that age in order to learn. What they found with the 30-month-old group is they learned best live with an unresponsive interactive paradigm. Okay, so they were not able to learn the name of this toy, what this toy was, from a screen device. They did another study, which was fun, was they hid an object under a blanket or under something, right? And they found that kiddos, I believe they were 12 or 18 months old, they were able to find that object when it was live. Okay, 3D dimensional live experience. They were not able to find that hidden toy when it was on a screen device. So bottom line is, Brains do not need screen time. Brains need real time. They need interaction. They need 3D space. They need to move through 3D space in order for optimum neuroplastic development to happen. Not getting that foundation in those early years disrupts, essentially creates pivots and potholes in development to the point that higher centers of the brain that are involved in executive functioning, the CEO control of the brain, it's going to modulate vagal tone. That will have weaknesses. And we're seeing that now up to age of 9 years old. So this is important information, especially if you want to optimize your practice members, their little fiddle farts ability to learn, grow, and mature healthy brains. Okay, so a fun little task that I put this up on our dashboard, on our Intersect for Life dashboard for our members, and we created 4 different campaigns to help your practice community decompress, okay, get out of being trapped in tech brain. So I want to share one of them with you, and that is a tech-free vacation. It's pretty fun. So first, couple things to think about. One, get HIPAA consent, okay, if you're going to do some of these activities. So start right there. One, if you have a family that's going on vacation, they're planning, you can start asking now. School's getting ready to get out. Are you planning anything fun for the summer? You're going on vacations, So one challenge is having them send you a postcard from wherever they're at. First off, you're giving them a social and academic experience, because so many kiddos don't even know about snail mail anymore, don't even know about postcards or writing, or they don't even handwrite things, okay? So say, send me a postcard from wherever you're at. We're going to take your postcards, and you might do this over a 3-month period, over the whole summer, whatever you decide. Anybody who sends us a postcard, we're going to put that postcard in a drawing, in a hat, into something, for a drawing of something, whatever you decide. Okay, whatever you decide, they make it as small or big as you want, right? So anybody that sends you a postcard, their postcard goes in a drawing, and you get to choose that drawing when they get back, okay, before school starts, whatever. You can get those, you can get some twine. Okay, just go to the hobby store or whatever, get some twine. And these are the cutest little clothespins, okay? And you can string these up around your office and clip the postcards on there if you want until the drawing. Show people, make it fun, jazz up your office a little bit, right? Then the other idea is to get some swag for your office. Get some hats, some shirts, water bottles, whatever, okay? Chapsticks, whatever. Have your patients take the swag with them on the vacation. Kind of like George Clooney, I think in that movie, was Up in the Air or something. I think he took a little gnome with him, and wherever he went, took pictures with his gnome. All right. They take pictures wherever they're at with your swag, right? And you can ask them if they feel comfortable putting it on your social media site. Hey, thanks, Dr. B, for helping us be healthy and have this exciting vacation with our family. And there, got your swag on, okay? Whatever, all right? But have them, first of all, challenge them. All right, you guys are going to Hawaii. You guys are going on a cruise. You guys are going wherever you go. When you get to your location, all technological devices get locked away in a safe or in one person's backpack. If they're out meandering around and exploring, they're afraid of theft or something, okay? And only one phone can come out during your vacation. And that phone is only to be used for somebody to contact them on an emergency basis. or use it to take pictures or little video clips. Okay. At night, when they're done with their day of vacationing, encourage them to sit and recap the day. Sit as a family. No, don't get on your digital devices, hang out in the hotel, on TV. One person's playing this or that. Those are locked away. You sit around, you have a nice dinner or whatever, go to a campfire, whatever. And you go around, what was the highlight? What was your favorite thing of the day? What was your least favorite thing of the day? What was the funniest thing of the day? Recap the days, share the moments, okay? And one person can maybe journal or capture these highlights. And then when they come back, perhaps you have them do a little storyboard for you. And you might give them a piece of twine and some of these cute little clothespins. They're adorable. And they take some of the highlights of their pictures. They print their pictures up of some of their highlights, the funniest moments, the most challenging moments, the most exciting, whatever, right? And, they string 3, 5, whatever many pictures along the twine, and maybe have them use a 3x5 card and just do a little blurb about what that picture meant to them. And you might string that up in your offices. Again, get HIPAA consent to do this, right? And you just allow these storyboards through your office and allow people to live and see different parts of the world, right? Now, if they're not going on a vacation, if they're not physically going somewhere, they can still have a technology-free vacation. For a week, they can put their technological devices away, all right? They put them in a little lockbox at home or whatever. But you encourage them to spend time together as a family. Maybe they have a staycation, a tech-free staycation, and they go to the zoo one day. They go to the park. They go to the water slides. They go help a neighbor that needs help with their yard. And they do the storyboard of the picture based on that. Or you have them sit together as a family and say, where would we like to go on vacation? Perhaps we can start saving, and maybe our birthdays and Christmases don't have to be so extravagant, but we can save. And where do we as a family envision ourselves to go? And they can take pictures of those places and do a little storyboard. All right. They don't have to physically go somewhere on vacation, but your goal is to get them to get their brain detapped from technology, get them to spend time together as a family, give them these fun projects, decorate your office, right? They can wear your swag around town and take a picture at the zoo or at the water park or whatever with their swag. Thanks, Dr. B, had a great day at the water slides because my body's well adjusted. Okay. So some fun ideas to get your community out of being trapped in technology brain. So hopefully you enjoyed this. And feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about that. You can find me at intersectforlife.com and message me. And until then, ChiroSecure and our little girl here, Elizabeth, we want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. I'll see you next month. Oh my goodness, it's June already next month. I'll see you in June for more fun. And until then, keep being amazing and keep saving lives.
Today's Pediatrics show, Look to the Children, was brought to you by ChiroSecure.